What is good, y'all? It's your G Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Detroit Tigers rebuild video. Back at it again with the American League Championship Series, baby, against these Rays. And we're ready to go in and get into games 3 and 4 here today to see how much farther along in the series we can get. So if you guys are ready, make sure you guys hit the like button, comment, and subscribe if you're brand new. Road to 1K. And as you can see how the previous day went, man, make sure you guys go back and check out that video for the full action. We did lose game 1, 5-2, but bounced back in a big way as the offense showed out, scoring 9 runs in total. We only gave up 1 this time around, so the pitching got a little bit better too as well. As I don't know, might be the Tariq effect, but today we're going up against Shane Baz. 2 games, 1.93 ERA, and we're going to look to raise that through the roof. As we got to go ahead and get this dub here in Tropicana, man. The next 3 games are going to be here. We got to win at least 1 or 2 of these so that way we can make it back home to our home fans and win this thing back in Comerica Park. And getting this led off for that man is the 2026 World Series MVP himself, who's also been showing off on yet another good playoff run this time around. Not just in the World Series, but Morris Jones. 364 this whole postseason as he strikes out on that one. So not any luck that time around, but him being strong at the top has really helped us get some more runs in and be successful in this early part of the series and playoff run. Not enough talking and praising and glazing, low-key pause on that man Morris Jones as Akil Baddoo drops this one onto the second baseman for an easy play there. Another good timing circle change. We gonna keep track of those, man. I'm telling y'all, sometimes the game just be unfair. But Vladimir Guerrero comes up, and you know they're not trying to pitch to my dog here. As the first 2 are way up the zone. The second they put one in the zone, it's a perfectly timed up ball over the third baseman's head. Just not enough speed to run it in for a double, but it will be a 2-out base hit to give Laboratories a chance here to put some early runs across. I mean, if we can jump on him quick, that would be great to go ahead and get some early runs here. At least run that pitch count up, because that's going to be a 4-seamer right down the middle. Goodly timed into center field and gloved in, not that deep at all. As Torres not able to go ahead and improve on anything, and that'll lead us over to our side where we got Jesus Luzardo. You already know my man was 3rd in the CY Young voting, and today he's going to look to show us yet again why he was that good. 8 innings in his first start, wasn't able to get the complete game shutout, but they have a very, very good start his first time around, and will look to hold this Rays lineup into a similar fashion as Wander Franco will be leading off for them. Batting .316 has given us about average trouble here in the leadoff spot in this series so far. Been pretty reliable for them, but we're going to look to shut him down and at 97 contact down. As the first bat, we're going to get him the strikeout, checking his swing there. That time around, Manuel Margot right behind him, and he'll pop this one out to Green for the 2 easy first outs. And just like that, 2 up, 2 down, brings us to Bo Bichette. Barely over 300 right now, as we have had him over in a couple of games. So, I mean, he came in this one really on fire, and we kind of cooled him off. But it looks like he might be able to start heating back up as they get the same kind of misfortune we do. First 2 get out, third guy gets a base hit. Can we end this like they did, though, with Brandon Lau? Coming up with a 3-1 count here as he swings through the 4-seamer. Just too much heat that time around. 96 coming in on the gun. As pitch number 16 in this first inning is a check on the 12-6, though. Either go ahead and call it or say he went around. Either way, it'll be the strikeout that ends the first. And we're jumping to the top of the third here through a clean first couple of innings for both sides. Nobody yet to get on the board. That's Keith Clemens. We came back from that injury. We put him in against righties. Batting .182 this postseason, has been struggling. But here with a full count against Shane. Hasn't got anything that he likes yet. But he did this time around, as that is a 4-seam fastball at the chest. Taken deep out the right field. Gone. 396 feet, coming right back off injury and making a huge impact as he goes in and takes the early lead for us, 1-0. That time around, a goodly timed 4-seamer actually turning into something that we needed to, as that ball was taken way out of here, just pulling that one into the seats. That's what happens when you go a little bit early on it, as you should, hitting that one just in front of the plate and taking that thing just over the wall in Tropicana. No air even to push that one out. That's a straight home run. Maybe the air conditioning in here, the AC units might have pushed it out, but all it did was push that ball down as that one gets past the pitcher. Not able to make a clean play, but good backhanded flip to still get forward at first base. To miss the ball like that and still make the play, that is extraordinary defense. That boy should have got a gold glove for a pitcher. As Morris Jones takes this one into the gap, that'll bump up against the wall. You know he's got hella speed. So he's going to go ahead and try to go in for 3. Throw from the cutoff man is going to get in there, but not in time. As we slide in safely. It looks like we have a chance to keep this rally going. Akil Baddoo can get a great RBI here, sack fly, anything to try to push this runner across, man. Get a 2-0 lead to get us feeling really comfy. But he can't do it. Swings and misses through the circle change, low and in the dirt, and that'll bring up Vladimir Guerrero, who you already know, just like I said earlier. I mean, if they have a free base open, I wouldn't probably pitch to him too, I'd probably pitch cautiously to him too, as well as the first two miss. Throws a four-seamer right down the middle. This one's going to go into the corner and be gloved in, as we were late on that one. Not able to go ahead and cash in a second run this time around, but it's A-okay. As Keith Clemens does get us that 1-0 lead, it extends our win expectancy to 67%. And 2 innings later, it looks like we're faced back with that man Keith Clemens yet again. Don't forget, 2025 Rookie of the Year. Had that slump in 2026 while we won the postseason, and now he's back on his stuff here. As this is going to be another drive out to the same part of the ballpark, as that ball will be gone as well. Solo home run for Keith again, his second of the game, 363 feet this time around. As this man is just finding four-seamers right at the chest level that he is loving today. The first one a no-doubter. This one, I mean, it still went into the tunnel. Probably could have been a no-doubter as well. They just want to get the same animation back-to-back. But just like that, he's responsible for our 2 runs here today. And Jesus Luzardo is pitching a magnificent game. Still 0 runs given up through 4 innings. And there's still no outs in this inning, so still plenty of time to make something else shake here. As that's a knuckle curve up in the zone. We timed it well, but that doesn't even make it to the warning track. What else can we do with that? As we got Morris Jones up next a little bit early on that slider. That wasn't even in the zone. So it will be a ground ball out to first. And that'll bring up Akil Baddoo. He'll get one upstairs, shoulder level. He's going to take this opposite field. Going back to the warning track. The wall is gone. Are you kidding me? Akil Baddoo also goes opposite field with it. Doesn't just pull it over the wall. His second homer of the postseason. 373 feet on his. Look at the bench, the dugout. They're excited as that man took that ball upstairs and drove it a long way to the opposite field. We couldn't get forward to pull it over the wall, but Akil makes up for it here with this swing. Looks like he also got a little under it low key if you're watching that swing in full time, but that one gets just into like the front 2 rows of seats. And I'll lead to Vladimir Guerrero still with 2 outs. Don't have to pitch to him if you don't want to. So the 3-2. Try to go out the zone. Guerrero chases it. Maybe being a little greedy. He could have watched it and walked to first. So that's what he'll do the second time around. Won't make it easy on Shane. As he's 64 pitches deep through 4 2/3 innings of work, and pitch 65. It's going to be a liner out the center field. The dive is going to miss. It hits off his glove. Guerrero's going to go in and run into third base as he was already on the move with 2 outs. And now we still have runners at the corners and a chance to still keep going. Green, what will he do with it? As he gets a knuckle curve in the dirt. Gets one upstairs. This is a circle change. He pulled it, timed it well, but not going to get very far. As that one will go ahead and be gloved in, but not before we go ahead and increase our lead from 1 to 3. And Jesus Luzardo is still pitching great here at this point, man. 4 innings of great work. Pitch 66 ends up being what looks like the first out of the inning. If Jones can get there in time, it'll actually hit off his glove. Didn't keep his eyes on it, so that'll actually be, instead of the first out, it'll be a leadoff double to Kyle Manzardo. Thankfully, we're at the bottom part of the order, so now it's 8, 9, and 1 set that we have to go ahead and settle down here if we want to get out of this inning unscathed. Manzardo has been pitching great, 0 for 1 here as he gets him to watch that sinker on the outside part of the plate. Great strikeout for his 6th of the ball game. And it's Josh H. Smith. I wonder why they put the H there. Is there another Josh Smith in this lineup at least? Like, why does he got his middle initial? As Jones is going to go ahead and come in and corral this one easily, and the runner's not going to try to advance with that 55 speed. And just like that, we're 76 pitches through to this point. Pitch number 77 ends up being a liner down the first base line. It'll get past first base, and that should score the run easily as Green takes a bad angle to the ball. It will be an RBI double. No chance to extend that to 3. As this inning looks like it might be starting to get away from Luzardo. I mean, his pitch count is up. He is looking like he's a little bit tired on the energy scale here, so we'll have to see if he's able to keep his arm into it. Or we need to get that bullpen up and active here. Line just went to the outfield. Baddoo's going to get it. He's going to have to come up firing. The runner is going to go to the plate. This throw is pretty accurate as the tag is going to get there in time. It was off the plate a little bit, but with enough room that Harry could come back and make the play. as that's going to save a run from coming in. It's a 3-1 ball game still, as Asa Lacey is going to have to come in for them to keep our bats quiet. And we're going to go ahead and get our bullpen up and ready. Jordan Hicks, try to get him to stretch and toss. Somebody that has long relief ability. Maybe let him go bottom 6 and bottom 7. Maybe even bottom 8 if he's pitching good enough. Just to keep this game close and secure, so that way we can get our closer, Jordan Romano, to go ahead and come in here and finish this out. As that's going to be a ball upstairs by the shoulders. Andrew Vaughn is going to line that one out of here. Straight rope shot. Looking like a Demon Slayer breathing technique. MLB breathing, 5th form, solo home run. His second of the postseason, goes 390 feet and actually increases our lead up 4-0. As you look at this one back, maybe not shoulder length, about chest length on that one, but that was a straight line drive into the outfield. Barely got over the wall. We were lucky to go ahead and get that one out of here. And then it's Fernando Gonzalez right after him. He gets a slider upstairs, similar location. Pulls this one out into right field, and that one will get out. Another home run. I think all of our runs, except for one, have come via the home run, as that's his second of the postseason as well. None of them hit particularly far. All of them staying within 400 feet. But, hey, I'll keep taking any home runs that we can get to increase the lead as we get the one run back we gave up and then some interest. And with something like that going, I don't necessarily have to worry about getting our closer up and ready now. I mean, we have a 4-run lead, so it wouldn't be a safe situation as long as we can keep their bats at bay. And it looks like we're not done just yet as Keith Clemens goes in and gets on first base with the infield hit that time. And then Harry Ford. Watching the first 2 pitches, that one's in the dirt, no movement. Lines this one to third base. It's going to be gloved in. Great outstretched arm of the third baseman there to make that play happen, though. As that'll be a quick double play there. Then Morris Jones with the top of the lineup. He'll just swing through that 4-seamer upstairs to set himself up here. See, 184 hits all regular season. That's a lot of games with multi-hit games, and maybe not even too many games where he didn't get a hit at all. But here today, he's going to get one. As that's a base hit into the outfield. Leaving things up for a kill by do. Here's we're going to steal off for second base. The throw goes into the dirt a little bit, as that's going to be a stolen base of second base. And then we're going to take off for third. If they're not going to watch me here, why not take off? Make it an even easier base hit they can get to go and score the run if we can. The 2-1 from Asa. Pops this 4-seamer up. This is upstairs with like the other ones, but this one will be gloved in by the center fielder shallowly. It'll just stay 5-1, and we're going to go check the pitching back out. Jesus Luzardo still in the ball game here in bottom of the 7th. They would have a clean 6th. Almost closing in on 100 pitches, though, here in the 7th inning, so we'll see how much longer he can go. I think this is probably like the last inning we would give him as long as he doesn't mess it up, as that's going to be a long fly ball that's going to get up out of here. Isaac Parcedes, his second of the postseason, second of this actual series, and second against us. As that one goes 383 feet, as he once again puts them back within closing distance. As it's a 5-2 ball game after his home run leaves out of the yard. And I think we got to go ahead and get Lazard out of there, man. My man's close to 100 pitches. Let's bring in Jordan Hicks, who we had getting warmed up earlier. 36 games in the regular season. 93 innings of work, though. That man was coming in there putting in hella work every time he was coming in and getting a lot of dubs while he was doing it. So he's going to have the luxury of facing the bottom of the order to go ahead and get warmed up into this game and hopefully get us through the 7th and 8th if possible. Watches the strike called inside on the hands. Thank you for that, As he comes back with the slider here, this is going to pop out to Morris Jones in center field as he'll go and glove that one in the gap for the first out here in the 7th. Facing off against Brock Jones next. He's already 1 for 2 in his count, and he swings through the slider at the ankles, getting them corkscrewed into the dirt. And then you have Josh Smith. First pitch he sees, he swings, and Torres goes in and handles his easy, light work. As that was a clean 1-2-3 7th inning. We'll take things down to the bottom of the 8th, too, as well. As Wander Franco, 1-2-3, set to do up in this inning. He goes in and sets down the first. Manuel Margot on the full, swings through the 4-seamer down the middle. And now it just takes Bo Bichette, full count as well, swinging through the 4-seamer as he's going to go sit down. Keeping our 3-run lead, a 3-run lead, and they'll go to their bullpen yet again to bring in Phil Bleckford. 4 2/3 innings so far this postseason, looking to just get these last 3 outs here and not let our lead increase at all if he can. And that's not something easy to do against Morris Jones, who's already 2 for 4 in the day. Watches the 3-2 come in and swings over the top of it when he could have just walked. And that'll lead to a kill by Badu, who's on an evened up count. Chops this one on the ground to shortstop. Looks like this could be an easy throw over to first base for out number 2. And then it'll lead things to Vladimir Guerrero. Pretty quiet today out of the 3 spot. And the first pitch he sees, he lines over the head of the third baseman, just like he did early in the game to get another base hit almost in the exact same location and fashion. As with 2 outs, Gleyber Torres maybe can revert and do the opposite of what he did last time. He's 2 for 4 on the day. Can he make it 3 as he swings through the upstairs 2-seamer? Not able to make it happen on that one. 0-2. Chopped on the ground. Not going to make the play on it. That's okay. Gleyber coming right back. 0-2. Swings. They're going to say he went around on that slider going all the way away. And that'll be okay because we're saving things for Jordan Romano. Almost closed in on that save record during the regular season. And we're seeing his first postseason action here today. Is in the first series. We didn't really need him. Last game's dub. We definitely didn't need him. And you obviously don't need the closer in the loss. So his first save opportunity here today is going to be up against 4, 5, and 6. That's Brandon Lau. Ground things to our first baseman to get things kicked off. And then MJ Melendez, who is 0 for 2 on the day already, is going to line this one over second base's head. Morris Jones does have speed to cut this off. I don't know if he'll be able to keep the runner from going to second base as the throw in will be well late. So it's a 1-out double, and Isaacs has already been on our heads this whole series. His lone hit was the home run that even got them close to the save situation. Jordan, wheeling and dealing so far as this one's popped in foul territory. Might be playable by Green. Not able to stick his glove out for that one, so we'll run it back 2-2. And this time, he won't get the luck of the sideline to save him, as that's going to be clubbed in by Green with plenty of room to spare. Runner's not going to advance on it. We'll stay 5-2 here. Runner at second, and Kyle is their last hope to keep this last little hope that they have alive. Time running the hole on the on-deck circle right now. Winning run in the hole. 1-2. Swing, or doesn't swing as that ball comes in for the called strike 3. And the Tigers go ahead and take a victory here, man. 5-2 to go up in the series now. 2-1 as we do what they did and steal a game on the road here. With the very first one, in fact, as Jesus Luzardo was masterful today. Putting in a great 7 innings of work here. 7 innings of work as Jordan Romano went ahead and kind of finished everything up. Or I think it might have officially counted 6 innings of work. That's my fault. 6 innings of work is we were able to go ahead and clap that out with the bullpen. Baz, 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned, and a walk. And we're able to go ahead and make everything happen that we need to here. So we definitely need to wrap up this series as quickly as possible. So we want to come back out tomorrow and do the same exact thing and have the offense perform just like this. 12 hits as a team. Keith Clemens, 3 for 4, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. 2 hits as well for Morris Jones, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Gleyber Torres. We want to get those goose eggs out of there if possible. But everybody's having multi-hit games. We can handle a couple of goose eggs. Keith Clemens graces his RBI total to 4, Badu at 3, Vaughn at 6, Gonzalez at 3, and Vaughn gets his first error of the series too, as well as Jones gets his first triple, 5th stolen base with those 2, and then Jordan Hicks 2 innings, 3 strikeouts, Romano 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Luzardo finished with 7 Ks, no walks, and only giving up 6 hits. So shout out to the pitching and the bullpen to go ahead and get this one done. And that'll lead us to go into game number 3 or 4. As they look to have Taj Bradley on the mound for them. We're going deep into our rotation too as well. Before we've only gone 3 deep, maybe 4 deep if we absolutely needed to. But today we will bring in Casey Mize, our 4th starter, to go ahead and come in and see what my man can do, because he had, for most of the season, was leading the team in wins and was a very productive starter for us. So I don't have any worries about letting him pitch in the postseason. And Taj Bradley, they obviously love him too as well. 2 starts, a 3.75 ERA, 12 innings of work. And today he's going to look to shut down the offense that had 12 hits yesterday. And here's the man that had 2 of them. Morris Jones batting .370, .898 OPS, 7 RBIs in the postseason as a leadoff man. And it's no wonder why this offense is moving as well as it's moving. He had a 6 WAR in the regular season, playing in almost every game too as well, only missing a total of 5 games throughout the whole year. No injuries, been very healthy, thankfully. And it's been a very good star for us ever since we drafted him as he swings through that one downstairs, not able to make it happen. Kill Badu, working his pitch count up already. We want to see that get into double digits if we can, as pitch number 8 leads to a pop out at third base. And Vladimir Guerrero will once again come up with 2 outs, nobody on here in the first. And the very first pitch he sees, actually, he's going to take a long ways. That is a no-doubt home run. He left the changeup over the middle of the plate. That ball is gone. First home run of the postseason is 395 feet. I think that's longer than any home run hit yesterday's game. As he goes ahead and delivers finally with some power, giving us an early 1-0 victory. I said victory. 1-0 lead. Well, it might as well be victory. Whoever scores first wins, right? And after that big home run, we got Gleyber Torres going in and coming in here, increasing our win percentage here, 61% now. But we'd love to get a couple of extra runs. As you know, 1-run leads are not safe, and I definitely don't feel safe. Honestly, I don't even really feel safe unless I have like a 3 or up run lead. 2-run leads don't even feel that safe to me. It gives me a little bit more wiggle room, but at the same time, I'm still cautious because 2 can easily turn to 1, and then 1, I'm just terrified. 1, feel like I'm losing low key. So we definitely want to get some more offense here if we can. Not able to get it there in that swing, but thank you, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., for getting this early first inning lead as Casey Mize will come in for his first postseason start. Great year this year, 15 wins through 31 starts. Kept the ERA very low and had a very good strikeout total. So we're looking to see that same production here today. And hopefully that break on that curve and that slider is just as deadly as it's always been. Not a blazing guy as far as his 4-seamer goes, so don't expect that to kind of, really kill things here. But we have great break on his pitches, great control, and that's what we're going to use to try to get these outs here today is Wander Franco. Going to go and pop this one out to Green for the easy play. One here to Manuel Margot. Pop this one into the outfield too, as well as Jones is going to have to get on this horse to go get this one. As that's in the gap, it's going to get down. That should be what looks like an easy double there with 1 out. That's not going to go ahead and be good for this team to keep going, as Bo Bichette's going to have to come up with an RBI opportunity. Y'all see he's hitting well over 300 now, 324. Scored 3 runs himself in the last 4 games. And we cannot have any more of that here today as we're trying to get him to chase these sliders away. He is not going for it. 2-2. Still not chasing the sinker outside. Why make him go any further? Let's just go ahead and put him on the base pass. If he wants to keep the bat on his shoulder, go ahead. Got to bring in Brandon Lau now. He's running his first and second chance here to do something, but he's going to ground into a double play there as it's a 6-4-3 double play that ends the first inning. So thankfully able to still hold this lead and still go back up against Taj Bradley with Riley Green taking the ball deep out the right field. That one is way out of here. About 20 to 15 rows back, 394 feet, just like Guerrero. I think it's just 3 feet short of his, as he hits his second home run of the postseason, and it gives us a 2-0 lead here in Game 4 of the American League Championship Series, man. Just getting that one like thigh high, obliterating it to start out the inning. That's a great way to go ahead and jump on a pitcher here that we haven't seen yet. As his stuff it's an interesting, unique mix. I think he only throws 3 pitches. It's a 4-seamer, a changeup, and I can't remember what the third pitch is off the top of my head, but that changeup was just not it today. I can see why it would work, especially when he throws about 98, 96 on that 4-seamer, and then coming in with that slow changeup about 80, 84. But on those 2 swings, we were not fooled at all. But there's a case in point where it can fool you. Got us with the 97, swung through the 83. And now leading up Keith Clemens, who did have that 2-home run day yesterday. Does he got any more power left in him? Maybe if he could wait on that changeup, he probably would have, though. 0-2. Watching the curveballs. That's his third pitch, going through to the feet. Not going to offer that obviously, but we will offer that changeup that actually he snags himself and throws over to first base quickly. Not even taking time to gather. He just gets that over there immediately to go ahead and get the last out of the second inning. We'll go right back to Casey here as he's going to try to get through another inning clean as MJ flies that out to Jones in center field. Don't know if we've seen a center fielder this good in Detroit since, Austin Jackson. He used to be one of my favorite players on Detroit too. Great hitter, had good pop, great speed, good glove. Not sure how long he ended up staying in Detroit. Like I said, I went MIA on baseball for a good couple of years, but the last I watched, he was there. He was one of the best prospects here. So we're going to get a ball that goes in, and not paying attention, the runner's going to go to third base. We just threw it in the second to get it in the field, but he actually made it all the way to third there because Morris Jones was sleeping on the cutoff throw. Now leaves up Curtis here with a chance now with runners in the corners to where unless we get a double play ball, we might actually see their first run of the game going score for Tampa Bay as Curtis gets the strikeout that we need, though, as he's going to have to go sit back down. And then Kyle chops this one over to third base. Vaughn's going to get it, plant his feet, throw goes over to first. Not in time. A little slow on the plant. I almost said something so wild there, but I was not about to say that one. But so slow on the plant. Could not get that over, but he will redeem it here with the pop out. But not before Tampa Bay reduces the lead back down to 1. See, didn't I tell y'all 2 is not as safe as 3? Because now it's back to 1, and now we're basically losing yet again. As Vaughn needs to make up for it at the plate. And he definitely will do that with a little bit of interest, as that is a long gone fly ball out to left field. Third home run of the postseason. Gives us a 3-0 lead. And that 382-foot homer is exactly what we need. I can't believe for the pitch misses that he throws that he's actually in the starting lineup. I would think that this sounds like more of like a bullpen type of arm, or you would go learn a 4th pitch, because it is not fooling us today. He just doesn't have his sharpest stuff here, as we're able to still get these home runs locked in and out of the park, man. I think all of our runs, so we've combined for 8 runs so far this video. I think 7 of them are due to solo home runs. That is crazy. At least 7 of the runs have been due to all in part to solos here for us. As Harry Ford watches that one on the outside corner, you know, we're used to him getting strikeouts. As we go ahead and jump here, bottom of the 5th, Casey's been doing pretty good though. Pitch count management is good, but not home run management, as that ball is taken deep out to right field. And just like that, the 2-run lead is erased right back to 1. And we basically losing again as Wander Franco, 2nd home run of the postseason, goes 387 feet to bring his team back to a 1-run lead or 1-run deficit, as they're now down 3-2. And we'll have to see how much longer Casey goes, though, giving up 2 earned runs here. Outside of Tariq's, terrible outing the other day, I think that's the most earned runs that we've seen any of the starters give up this early, at least. Most of the time when they're giving up, if they've given up any more than that, it's been, late, and I brought in a reliever, and the reliever allowed the run scored regardless. But we'll have to see if he can bounce back and at least get us through 5, maybe 6 innings of work here, as that pitch kind of starting to get up there a little bit. This is chopped over to Guerrero yet again. Caught the first one. This time around, he's going to just run over and do it himself. And I'll bring up Brandon Lau here, who's 0 for 2 already on the day, coming up for his 3rd at bat as he lines this one right into the shift. Keith Clemens, easy play behind second base. And just like that, after the home run, it's down 1-2-3. And we go back to the offense in the top of the 6th. Trying to answer that right back to go ahead and get the run back that we deserve. Is Morris Jones leading us off 0 for 2 on the day. But 1 for 1 in his count here. Taj Bradley throws that 4-seamer chest high, and that's going to get down in the left center gap. It's going to bump up against the wall pretty slowly. Do we try for 3 here with Morris Jones? No, we do not. We stop at second base. Don't want to play it too risky here. We have only a 1-run lead, so we would love to get them in to score if we can. But they're actually going to go ahead and go to their bullpen here. They saw enough here out of Taj Bradley, man, giving up the leadoff double here. Just hasn't been a clean game for him. I mean, it's just unfair that, he's giving up 3 runs. Just 3 bad pitches turned into 3 solo home runs. That has his team down right now. I mean, if those were just singles and doubles, it probably wouldn't be as bad. But they're going to go ahead and go to, it looks like one of the long relievers, and Mason Miller here. 3 games, 6 1/3 innings of work. ERA is real high. But with a small sample size, I could still only be like 3 or 4 earned runs. We'll look to add to that total if possible. Kill Badu will go ahead and come in. And the first pitch he sees is a 4-seamer about the stomach that he takes into the seats after being very late behind that one. Got a little bit of a speed difference here, so we're going to go ahead and steal off for second base. Take that one up high for ball 1 and get over to third bases with no outs. It'll take just a sacrifice fly to get him in. Which means we're getting a little bit more reckless with our swings here. Chasing the changeup out of the zone. Goes downstairs for the 2-seamer. That's going to be a base hit that gets past the left fielder, tumbling down to the ground. Make it an extra base hit there, as that's going to score in the runner. Morris Jones makes it a 4-2 game here for us. And Akil Baddoo finally showing that clutch gene off there. Good timing on that pitch. As we got Guerrero up next. He's late on the four-seamer going towards the seats. That'll drop. And, you know, you don't have to pitch to him. So I'm not mad at these scared pitches here. As that one actually catches the black there. So I think we would have had to swing regardless. And gets another great pitch there in on the hands. This is going to be shallow. Way too shallow to go ahead and try to move up on. As we were not able to make any kind of plays on that one. Gleyber Torres will be up next. Chops this one on the ground over to third base. The throw is going to be a pump fake as Akil Baddoo is going to try to move up because he thought the runner was going to throw over to first. They get him at second base, so now that takes away our scoring opportunity as the runner will just be at first for Riley Green instead of being at second. Boneheaded play there, I guess you could say, but at least we do have our lead right back. That's a great dive by the first baseman taking it himself. I did not think he was going to be able to get there and make that play. We're going to go back to our pitcher. Casey Mize doing very well, though. He's made it into the 7th inning now. Pitch count at about 84. If he can give us one more inning, I think we can go set up man closer to finish this thing out. But can he finish off 8, 9, and 1 is a strikeout will be a great way to go and get things started there against Curtis. And then you have Kyle up next. Pitch number 87 that he's looking at here is Vaughn. Fumbles the rock over there at third base. The throw will go over to first. Well late and off the bag. As that's going to be an error on him. His second of the postseason already. Don't tell me I'm going to have to make the switch and get Fernando Gonzalez over there and play some more third. But just off of that, though, man, I said the next batter that he allowed on, we would go ahead and take him out. Even though it is an error, the lead is only 2, so now the time runs at the plate. Let's go ahead and go for a fresh arm. So great start there from Casey Mize, man. 7 innings of work. If the runner scores, it's not earned to him. We're going to bring in one of our clutchest pitchers from the regular season and last season, Jerome Mantle. Very low as far as overalls go, but in terms of how well he plays, this man is great. Now, this isn't a very good first look here, so we have a 3-1 count already to Wander Franco. But we do go ahead and get him to foul it off and fill the count back up as the 6th pitch of the inning will actually be a walk. So the first batter he faces walks over to first, and this is already not a good look, but with only 1 out, a double play can get this going if he can settle himself down. I know it's the postseason, but we need you to get out still, big fella, as Baddoo will go ahead and glove that one in. Able to go ahead and get the first out of the inning this time around. And then gets him to chase that four-seamer right down the middle so he's not able to catch up to the hot heat. Throwing about 96, 97 on that four-seamer, man. Gets it in on the hands. This is going to go deep out to left field near the warning track and wall as that'll be gloved in. Just a couple of inches shy of a home run that could have gave them the lead. And I didn't even notice how close that was playing. Now watching it back, that is terribly close to a home run, and Jerome Mantle almost pissing me off for getting cut from the squad. But we'll go ahead and handle the rest of this inning as he's got the first 2 down relatively easily. And then Josh Smith lines one into the gap. That's going to, or corner, as that's going to get Baddoo a run for his money, as they're not going to be able to make a play on this one as it goes to second base. No cutoff. And just like that, you know, he was getting tired. He did his work, got us 4 outs. We're going to go Pete Fairbanks here, our setup man. Just get this one last out, man. Let's go to our closer and end this ball game. Samuel pops this one. Center field. Morris Jones is going to be there to go ahead and glove it. This should be an easy play. And take us to the top of the 9th where they're going to bring in Jason Foley. 3 innings of work, 1 strikeout. He's looked pretty good, but not against righties. So hopefully we have some righties coming up here. As it is going to be Guerrero, Torres. And then the lefty right behind him, we got Jordan Romano. We're going to go ahead and get him stretching and tossing for right now. We'll do a hard warm-up just before the end of it. And probably bring him in for that 9th inning to go ahead and close things out here. We would love to get some extra runs, though, so he doesn't even have to come in and let Pete Fairbanks finish this one out. That's going to be a base hit right to the second baseman, diving for that one. Goodly Tom circle change, ends up on the ground, despite my man's having 84 power, 81 vision. Just pointed out to y'all, Gleyber Torres will be up next on the slider just a little bit early, and that's a base hit. So explain that. I don't know. But what I do know is we have a chance now to score some runs here. As Riley Green has exactly what he needs. But that's exactly what we don't need. Chopper over the ground at third base. Gets the 5-4-3 double play. I thought we might have had something brewing there, but not exactly. So we're going to let Pete Fairbanks go ahead and get some more outs here in this one and just have Jordan Romano kind of wait. If we need him to come in because the inning gets kind of bad, then we'll bring him in. But let's let Pete Fairbanks finish this out. Save the bullpen as much as possible. You never know when you're going to have to empty it out. Like I said, the series could elongate. But right now it's looking like we could win this one and go up 3-1. We just need 2 more outs here as Baddoo gloves in out number 1 here in the bottom of the 9th. And then Kyle evens up his count 2-2. Chops one on the ground foul. As you can see, their bullpen is up and getting ready, trying to see if they can extend this to extra innings if possible. And a full count to Kyle might be exactly what they need to get that process started, but we'll get the call there on the inside part of the hands. Maybe you should have took the bat off your shoulders at a crucial moment like this. I wouldn't let anything that looks close go by, but that's just me. Maybe that's why I'm not in the pros, but that's also why he's going to go sit down and watch his team have to potentially lose this one with 2 strikes to Wander Franco. Watching the slider right down the middle. Are you serious? How do you get caught slacking that bad that you watch a pitch down the middle with the game on the line? It couldn't be me. But once again, maybe that's why I'm not in the pros. I'm not watching sliders go down the middle. And that's why Tampa Bay's having to go back home tonight with Game 5 looming and it being an elimination game in front of their home fans. We did exactly what we needed to today. Casey Mize 6 in the 3rd innings of work. Shout out to him. Taj Bradley 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 earned runs because they were all solo shots, and then 4 strikeouts. Franco 1 for 4, a home run himself, getting one of their only 2 runs. And we're going to be able to have a chance to win this game, baby. As Casey Mize is also player of the game. 7 hits, 6 Ks, 1 walk, 2 earned runs. So shout out to him for that. 6 hits as a squad. So, we really made him count. Like I said, 4 solo home runs that kind of brought this one around. Or not 4 solo home runs, but 3 solo home runs and then 2 doubles back-to-back by Jones and Baddoo. They're 2nd and 3rd. Green's 5th RBI, Baddoo's 5th. Guerrero's 5th, Baddoo's 4th, and Vaughn's 7th RBI with his 3rd home run. He's got to be leading that possible playoff MVP race as he gets his 2nd error on the field. Jones is 6th stolen base. Jerome Mantle in inning and 3rd gets another K. Pete Fairbanks gets his 2nd save of the postseason with 2 more strikeouts there. I think he has more saves than Jordan Romano does. So he's done exactly what I needed him to do, though, in the key spots that I needed him to come in and do them in. And that sets us up for a great Game 5 here. It'll be an elimination game. So Game 5, starting up the elimination games from here on out, 5, 6, and 7, if 6 and 7 are needed, will all be their own separate videos since they will all technically be elimination games for the Rays. And then obviously Game 7 will be elimination game for either side. So we actually will be going with Jackson Jobe in that game too as well to go ahead and try to finish this thing out, man. See if we can just start with our rotation fresh in the next round, and we'll reveal who we're playing in the next round soon because it actually has already been revealed. And then Luis Patino on the other end, it looks like he hasn't played yet either, so we'll be getting a fresh look at a new pitcher too as well. So if you guys are ready for that, man, make sure you guys hit the like, comment, and subscribe for your boy. I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's me, your boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka GM Smooth. And we'll see y'all in the elimination game here at Tropicana Field. Catch y'all later.